So if you want to take out that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now! She spit in my face!
Today's video takes us to Binghamton, New York, where we have one of our all-time favorite frauditors going to City Hall to exercise his rights, whatever those are. Enjoy!
Today we are at the Binghamton City Hall and the Binghamton State Office Building here in Binghamton, New York. We are here today to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public.
5 minutes later.
How you doing? What are you looking for?
Good, how are you? I'm just taking a tour around the building.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Fire Administration.
I don't know if you were able to be videotaping in this building.
Department of Public Works. Excuse me?
I don't know if you should be able to, you're able to videotape in this building.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I am.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
This frauditor has a pretty smart mouth, and we've all seen him in nice shiny bracelets more than once. Let's see what happens today.
So this is the Department of Public Works here.
Who gave you permission?
Who gave me permission?
Yeah.
I don't need to get permit from somebody here?
Yeah.
I don't need permission from anybody here to film.
No?
No. No.
May I ask why you're videotaping?
Yeah, you sure can. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Can I get your name?
Yeah.
Why not? I told you what I was doing here.
Yeah. What's your name?
I just told you what I was doing here.
Tell me your name and I'll tell you mine.
Do you not work for the public?
I do.
So why can't you just tell me your name? Doesn't
this remind you of two children who can't get along and one of them is having a temper tantrum? That's what it reminds me of.
You work for the public. I am the public.
You're telling me you're an independent journalist.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything to prove that?
Who are you? I need to know who you are because you're...
I'm a building maintenance guy.
Building maintenance guy?
Yeah.
And your name?
Sorry.
I mean, okay. I can get it. It's public information.
Then go on and get it.
But why would you be rude and not be professional?
I'm asking you, what's your name?
I don't work for the public, sir.
Yeah.
I don't work for the public.
Yeah.
I work for myself.
Have a nice day.
You too.
A few minutes later.
City.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Can I help you?
No, I don't need help at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, well, why are you filming? I'm confused on what's going on.
No, I'm just gathering content for a story.
That's what this frauditor does best. He gathers content for his lame YouTube channel.
For what?
For myself.
Okay, but if there's a question that you would like to ask, I mean, you can't just stand here and I don't understand what you're trying to gather.
I wasn't just standing here.
No, I came out to greet you to see if you needed help. So if you have a complaint or you're dropping off building permits or whatever you're doing, that's what I'm.
Yeah, well, I'm just taking a look at all the posters and the applications. That's all. Like I told you, okay. I'm working on the story.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm the assistant supervisor here.
Assistant supervisor. What's your name?
What is this for? I'm really confused on what you're doing right now.
I just told you. I'm not. It's not like I'm not answering you. I told you I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. I'm not going to give it.
Well, I'm not going to give you my name either then. Why can't you give me your name?
Because I don't work for the public, sir.
Not just this frauditor, but most frauditors have a false belief that just because you work for the public, you have to walk around and identify yourself. That's not true. I worked in a public position for many years, and I didn't have to identify myself to anyone.
I keep my information private. Your information isn't private. And you spoke with me. I wasn't coming in here trying to bother any of you.
No, I'm not saying you are, but when people come into our office, they're usually coming here to inquire about building permits.
Hi.
They usually come in here to inquire about, a complaint. So that's why I'm asking you.
No,
If
I'm
you-
just-
if you
and I
don't
just
have
told
any-
you.
If you don't have any of those inquiries, then I have to get back to my work that I was doing.
And sir, we're not trying to be combative, but we have a
Yeah.
right to know why we're being recorded.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
We have a right to know why we're being recorded.
You actually don't. You don't.
That's
There's-
our personal right. I have a right to know if I'm being recorded. I
You-
can't come up
this
to
is
you
a
and just
this is a
record.
this is a public building.
That is very true, but we also have a right to know why we're being recorded.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
You work for the public, so
That's
your
very
information, your salary, nothing about you is there is
Okay.
no privacy about anything that you do here.
Frauditor, may I suggest you take a trip to Washington, D.C. to the Treasury Department? Those are public employees. See how far you get in that building with your camera. You won't get past the first step.
Just government transparency, that's all.
Okay. So what do you have a question then, or what's your?
Like I just told you, I was gathering content for my story, which includes looking at all these posters you have here and the different applications.
Okay.
So no, I don't need any specific help from you.
Okay.
And you're not going to give me your name, sir?
No, I'm not going to give you any.
Okay. That's not very professional, but okay.
10 minutes later.
Hey, how are you, ma'am?
Good. What's your name?
Excuse me, who are you?
I am Captain Sutliff from the police department. What's your name?
Captain what?
Sutliff, I told you.
Captain
Yes.
Sutliff.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
why are you...
I got a complaint that you're harassing people up here.
That's not true at all. I'm just...
Well, did you have a discussion with the guy down in engineering or code?
Yeah, he told me he wouldn't give me his name, and I said, you're a
But
public...
did you have any business with him? Or did
I
you
would-
just argue with him?
Ma'am,
It's a simple question.
Yeah, don't act like you know what's going on when you don't.
Well,
you weren't
because you
there.
already told me, so I'm asking you to verify.
Yeah.
Pardon me, Captain, but this man is more than annoying. As a matter of fact, I can't think of a word to describe him. He's just an idiot.
Yeah, well, I had a discussion with a public servant, correct.
Okay, and did you have any legitimate business in there?
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
That's not legitimate business,
According to who?
according to me. Did you have business
You
with
don't,
that person?
respectfully, ma'am, you don't tell me what my business is. That's
That's
local
not what
business.
I'm saying. I'm saying if you have business in here with that person, then go ahead and
He
have
came out to talk to
conversation.
me. I didn't talk to him.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Sure you can.
Okay. But don't get in arguments with people and don't get in discussions with people.
That's not what I'm doing. I
If you
told
want to
you.
walk through a public building, that's okay. But with you standing here and filming people's faces, that's bothering
that's
them,
still
harassing
okay.
them,
That's still
and
okay.
upsetting them.
That's still okay because it's public.
Not
and
if you're just sitting there doing that to them. It's not. Okay?
that's not what I'm
If you're
doing.
going through the building,
Do you have evidence or
legitimate-
do you have evidence or proof that
Can
I'm
you
doing
stop
that, ma'am?
interrupting me?
No, ma'am. He will not stop interrupting you. That's what frauditors do. They talk over you with their nonsense and babble, and they just hope that you'll go away. Will it work with you, Captain?
Ma'am, I don't even know.
I'm telling you.
I don't know.
This is a public building. You
I know
can come
that.
do business.
And I'm
Okay?
conducting
That's not-
business,
that's not
constitutionally
city
protected business. It's constitutionally protected
Did you
business,
walk through
ma'am.
these halls already?
Ma'am, it's constitutionally
Then
protected
you're okay.
business. It's
Okay?
constitutionally protected business. I
It's
did
not.
not make any contact
Listen.
with the engineer, with whoever you just spoke to. I didn't make any contact with
You
him.
had conversation with him.
He came out to speak to me from his office. That has
You were
nothing
in
to do.
his office.
No, I was not. I was not
When
in
I
his.
came up here 5 minutes ago, you were not in the hallway. You were in his
I
office.
wasn't in his private office. I was in the public lobby
not
of an
private
office.
office.
Yeah,
His
a public
work office.
a public lobby of an office.
You're correct. It's a public office.
Correct.
If you don't have business in there, they can ask you to leave.
Ma'am.
You don't have legitimate business in
Yes,
there.
I did. You're
already
saying
walked
that my
through and took
you're
your
saying that my
videos.
business isn't legitimate, but that doesn't
It's
make it
not.
so. That
It's
doesn't
not.
make it so, ma'am.
Just
You're
like,
wrong.
Just
You're
like
wrong.
if you go in the clerk's office and you don't have legitimate business with them, they'll ask you to leave.
I do have legitimate business.
This frauditor loves to play a game of semantics. And no matter what you tell him, he's going to repeat the same thing over and over again. He's like a machine. You can't turn him off.
You're wrong.
Going around taping people up to their face,
No,
it's not legitimate business.
That's not what I'm doing.
I
That's
just
not what I'm
watched
doing.
you taping these poor secretaries.
Poor
Why?
secretaries? They're public servants. I was looking at the mayor's office. I've
But
never
what
seen
are
them.
you going to do with their private faces? You can't release that.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
There is no privacy. There is no expectation of privacy in public, ma'am.
For you to share their faces,
I can do that.
No,
Correct.
you can't.
Yes, I am, because I'm an independent
No, you
journalist.
can't.
I'm news media,
okay,
ma'am.
so the point being, you've already gone through and done your work.
Okay.
So if you don't have legitimate business here, then leave.
I do have legitimate. I told you I have constitutionally protected
What business
business here.
what business do you have with the mayor's office?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I have business with
You're just
anybody.
taking them. What business do you have with the mayor's office?
Ma'am, I gather
Answer the
content.
question.
Look, dimwit, Just because you go into a public building, take some video, and then post it on YouTube doesn't make you a journalist.
I'm trying to, if you let me speak.
You're talking in circles.
If you'd let me speak, the mayor's office, what I have business with, is holding them accountable and transparency. I saw their office.
That's talk, okay?
How is that
talk?
talk?
Do you have an appointment with them?
I don't need an appointment. This is a public building.
You do.
This is a public building. This is the people's building. This doesn't belong to the mayor.
You need an appointment to speak to them.
It belongs to the constituents and the people, ma'am.
Okay,
I'm not being disrespectful to anybody.
Okay. Public servants.
You're coming over here trying to intimidate me, and it's not going to work.
I'm not trying to intimidate you.
It's not going to work. I'm very respectful to everybody I come in contact with, and I ask the same.
You're interrupting their business.
No, I'm not.
You went through, you took your
I'm not interrupting anybody's business. I'm working on a story on City Hall. You don't tell me when I'm done, ma'am.
Yes, I can. Because now they can't get their work done
because they're upset. What
upset.
law is that, Captain? Upset.
What did I?
Are you feelings police or law enforcement?
I think most people would agree that this Frauditor is a few cans short of a six-pack. What the hell is he talking about? Feelings police. Oh, I'm getting a headache from this man.
Listen, you're interrupting their work.
I'm not breaking any laws.
That's the problem. If you're interrupting their work,
he came out of his office. He came out of his office to make contact with me.
You were in his office. I saw you.
I was in the lobby of his office, and he came out of his office.
It's not the lobby of his office. It's his office.
The whole thing is his office.
It's their office. Absolutely.
It's the people's office, with all due respect. There's applications there I was looking over.
Listen,
I have business here. I'm told you, I'm working on a story. Ma'am, you don't tell me. You can't tell me what my business is, and if you'd like, you can. So go ahead and do it.
I already did.
Order me to leave.
I just told you to many times.
No, you didn't.
Okay?
You said, no, you never ordered me to leave, and you know there's a difference. No, you did not.
I said, if you're done, you can leave. Which you already took all your pictures.
You can leave is different from you must leave,
I'm not getting in this conversation.
Because you don't want a civil suit, because I will sue you.
There is no civil suit.
You better believe I would sue you, ma'am, if you violate my constitutional rights.
Remember what Dr. Dave always says about lawsuits. Anyone can file a lawsuit against anyone else, but will you prevail? Of course, in the case of a city or a county, you may prevail and you may get some go-away money. But is it worth the time and effort?
Listen.
You will lose qualified immunity because you're captain. You should know. You should know better. You should know better than this.
I know much better than you do.
You should know better then.
Okay.
You should know better. I'm being very respectful with everybody I come in contact with, ma'am.
Your thing. You've done it. So you can leave.
But you can't tell me when I'm done with my. What is there a time limit?
You can't have all day to be in here.
Why not? Why wouldn't I have all day to be in here?
It's not a community hangout office.
This is not. I'm working on a story. I'm a journalist working on a story.
You're interrupting people's work. You've already got your video.
That's not true.
You can leave now.
That's
Absolutely.
Not true. That's not true. I have legitimate First Amendment business here. I have freedom of press. This is a public building. I'm not bothering anybody. I don't even want to talk to anybody.
You've already been through all the public areas.
That's not true.
Why is that not true?
And plus, it doesn't matter. I'm disseminating. I'm disseminating information to the public, ma'am.
Imagine for a moment that a frauditor walks into a public building and gives all the people information that they need so they would never have to go out in public again. Wouldn't that be something? Of course, this frauditor does none of that.
I can take pictures of City Hall all day.
You're not answering the question.
I can take pictures of City Hall all day, ma'am.
You've already been in the public areas.
You can't tell me to leave. You can't tell me to leave from public without. I'm not committing a crime.
I can.
And the contrary.
You're interrupting business.
No, I'm not. But I'm not. Go ahead and do it, and then you'll see the consequences of it in civil court. I'm not. I've been very respectful. The video will prove that. I'm very respectful.
Did you finish your floors?
Ma'am, I don't.
Because I'm told you did. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but that's what I'm told.
It doesn't matter, ma'am. Look,
it does matter.
What you're doing right now, do you see the people behind you who are just sitting watching this spectacle? You're stopping people from conducting business, ma'am.
Not at
There's
all.
people behind you just sitting there watching.
I've gotten multiple complaints already.
It doesn't matter about the complaints.
And their desks, which contain personal information.
There is no expectation of privacy in public, ma'am. You should know that as captain.
There is for certain things. There
absolutely is. No, there is not. In public.
There absolutely is.
This is a public building.
People have personal documents with people's information that you're not privy to.
This frauditor's on a mission, ma'am, and he doesn't care what you have to say. It all falls upon his deaf ears, because he doesn't care about anybody but himself.
And I'm not going into anybody's personal office.
You just were in a personal office.
That's a public lobby of an office, ma'am. I'm allowed to be there.
Same idea.
It's a building permits office.
People's names and stuff are in these offices.
You're not making any sense.
You're not allowed to copy any of that. You're not allowed to film any of that.
Yeah, that's not
true. You filmed going through the office, the public area.
It's their job. It's their job to create the privacy, ma'am, in public.
Okay.
They have to create the privacy. You're a captain.
No,
You should know
it's
these
not.
things,
I am
ma'am.
a captain, and just because you're talking all this gobbledygook BS, frankly,
no, it's not.
Does not change the law and does not change our job.
What law am I breaking?
So
Can you articulate it to me?
Where else do you need to go?
Can you articulate the law that I'm breaking?
Where else do you need to go?
Because you know there is not one.
Where else do
I would
you
like
need
to
go?
continue about my business and not be molested by you.
What is your business?
This man's business is none of your business. He works for YouTube. He gets clicks and views from people like you. So please, carry on and keep it up.
I don't want to be.
Really?
I don't want to be.
So
you are harassing me.
Face like this that you have no legitimate business with.
I've never gone in anybody's face. You're lying. That is a blatant lie.
I'm telling you what I was told.
Then whoever told you that is lying. I've never even. This is the closest I've been to somebody, and that's because you came up to me, ma'am. This is the closest I've been to somebody.
So this person lied when they said you were in there.
Correct. They did lie. They did lie. Yes, they did lie.
Okay, so be it.
They did lie, and that's why I record, because people who lie, people do lie.
Okay.
The video doesn't lie, ma'am. And I would like to go.
Listen.
I would like to
go on with it. Go.
Great, thank you, appreciate it.
Go.
Hey, officer, can I get your name and badge number, please?
Take note that no matter what happens, always get that name and badge number.
My name is Officer Sager, badge number 145.
Sager 145.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So, anyways, guys, back to the office here. It's one of the nicest mayor's office I've seen. A lot of taxpayer money. A lot of our money going into this office here. You see the...
Have you been to the other floors yet? Because I just don't want to have to keep getting calls.
Ma'am.
It's a simple question.
Yes, ma'am. It's a simple question. But he's a simpleton and won't be able to answer it without a long explanation.
I'm going to be going to all the floors. I'm going to... You're not. You came up... You know you're not.
Because I told you that you can do your public stuff.
I don't need your permission, ma'am. You're harassing me. Please leave me alone. I would like you to leave me alone.
I'm just trying to ask you.
Okay, please. I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to you. I'm gonna invoke my right to remain silent, and you can go about your business or do whatever you need to do.
There is no right to remain silent here.
Yes, there is. I always have a right to remain silent. I don't have to speak to you.
About criminal anything here. Okay?
I don't have to speak to you though.
Business.
This is a consensual encounter, Captain. I'm gonna terminate that consensual encounter right now.
I'm trying to alleviate getting these calls. So if you just want to tell me.
So why wouldn't you just you could send out an email that says there's an independent journalist in the building who.
Correction, dimwit. She would tell everybody there's an independent jackwagon journalist in the building.
Promoting transparency.
Just one.
Go ahead. You've been talking the whole time, but go ahead.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, apparently we're both talking the whole time. Then.
I'm sure that's what a conversation is, yeah.
It would make things a lot easier and better and smoother if you would just tell me where you need to go. So those people, if they call me, I can tell them what's going on.
Okay.
Instead
I'm going throughout
all over the building because some guy's taping their faces.
An independent journalist is gathering content for a story. Yes, ma'am. You can go ahead and let whoever.
I have to address their concerns.
I will be. You do whatever you need to do.
I'm not going to keep chasing around here. So
don't.
Where else do you need to go?
Everywhere in the building. Everywhere that's publicly accessible, I'll be going.
Okay, but where have you already been?
Okay, I'm not going to talk anymore, ma'am. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
So you are the one being uncooperative.
This consensual encounter is now over. If you want to detain me, or if you want to do anything else to violate my rights, you can do that. This consensual encounter is over. I've been more than cordial with you. I've been trying to explain myself to you. I don't have to explain myself to you at all.
You continue with that smart-ass attitude, and you may get fitted with a pair of shiny bracelets there, Frauditor.
Are you going to be done on this floor then? Because I know you've been up here for quite a while.
Okay, ma'am. Like I said, consensual encounter is over, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
So we have a seahorse over here. I believe these are pictures of the mayor on the wall back here, guys. This is a very nice foyer area right here, a little lobby area the mayor has. I don't know why they're so concerned. They have cameras everywhere in this building. What's the difference? We can get those videotapes from a FOIA information request. So let's see what the mayor has over here on his wall. Make sure nobody's sneaking up on me.
Nobody's sneaking up on you. Nice try.
It seems as though the Frauditor is acting a bit paranoid, thinking that police are sneaking up on him. What's wrong, Frauditor? Are you losing your touch?
Good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How you doing today, sir?
Hey.
Good.
So if you keep just in their faces and they call me again, it's going to be a problem.
That sounds like a threat.
No,
And
I'm telling you, they're going to keep calling and it's going to be a problem.
that's not a law that I'm
Okay.
breaking. So go ahead. There's not
Because
gonna,
that's not doing
ma'am.
that's not
You're gonna
doing
have
public
civil.
work.
You're gonna have civil
Just keep
problems.
moving,
You're gonna have
okay?
civil problems, ma'am.
Yeah, just keep moving, okay?
Okay. Just remember,
Okay.
violation of rights. When you know
Down
about
the
it,
next
you
floor.
lose your qualified immunity. Okay.
Listen, you don't even know what you're talking about.
I do.
So just get over
I
it. No,
do.
you don't.
I do. Goodbye.
Okay?
Goodbye.
Move on.
Goodbye.
The Frauditor wanted to accuse the police officer, or captain if you will, of making a threat, and then he turns around and makes threats. See, that's what these Frauditors do. They flip the script on you all the time.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I just wanted some information on an officer.
On an officer?
Yeah, their personnel file. Their
Katie, Katie would be able to answer those questions.
Katie. Sure.
Yeah.
Hi, Katie. I'm looking to get some records on a
Can you just turn that off? I'm not going to talk to you with that on.
Why wouldn't you talk to me with it on? I'm just trying to get some public services.
I'm just asking you not to record me.
I understand, Katie, but you're a public employee. I don't understand. There's cameras all around this place.
Not in my face.
It's not in your face.
Okay, well,
why do people say that?
I'll stand here and I'll answer your question, and I'm not going to have you record me.
I mean, you already recorded, but okay. Can I get how do I request an officer's personnel file and their misbehavioral file?
Frauditors always like to point out the public cameras in buildings. Well, those are there for security purposes, and generally, we know what happens to that film. We have no idea what you're going to do with your film. That's the problem. Well, let's go ahead and edit out this next part and get to the finish, because this was a long video.
Eventually.
Why don't you tell me how stupid it is now?
I look like hiding behind your camera, huh?
Why don't you tell me? You're the one you said it was stupid, right? Why don't you tell me how stupid it is? I'm asking him a question.
Yeah, I don't know what when people are coming through,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't do anything wrong. They're
Yeah.
not the public servant.
Yeah, I'm filming your officer here, sir.
Okay.
Because apparently my job is stupid to him.
I don't know what your job is.
Okay, great.
We're going through the people here. They didn't do anything wrong.
I'm not trying to, like I told you when I walked in here, that is not my intention.
I understand.
But I got people like him saying my job is stupid. People come up to me saying, rude things to me. I did my best to remain cordial with everybody.
Your job is stupid, Frauditor. It's not really a job. You should get a real job. Now, places like McDonald's, Walmart, Target, they're all hiring. $17 an hour is a very good wage for unskilled labor, and you always have the chance to move up into management. With your management skills, that shouldn't be a problem, Frauditor.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
It's right there.
Is it right there, R-I-G-H-T or R-I-T-E?
One upstairs.
Right there. R-I-G-H-T?
If you know how to spell, you know which one it was.
Right. So it's right, which way? Little professionalism goes a long way.
Well, there you have it, folks. He escaped unscathed, at least this time. Yeah, he's going to sue. Oh, if his civil rights are infringed, he's going to file lawsuits. Now, he has filed lawsuits in the past, and I do believe he won one of them. It was settled out of court. I believe he's the guy that beat the case. Yeah. At any rate, if you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.